Oh, there we go. Alrighty. Good early evening, everybody. I normally wouldn't stream on a weekday, but the Irodori Festival is unfortunately happening over the week as well, so, it's fine. But we only have, after this act, one more, so hopefully this won't be impeding my week too much. Anyway, but today, we're getting the third, whatever the fuck, whatever, what do you call it? The third, what is it called? Wrong thing. The third, little portrait. So that's exciting. Unfortunately, I have been spoiled for it, so... but it's fine, I guess. But anyway, on my list of things I want to see, more Sarah. I want to see Kokomi pop up, please. And also Ayaka, wherever the hell she is. I don't know why what? She's also part of the Yashiro Commission. Alrighty. So, yeah. Anyway, as we're heading our way over to Rito and the like, I decided to binge the entirety of Black Lagoon Season 1 yesterday, purely because I saw someone in my timeline.
Arrival schedule says ship stopover 1 person. Does that mean we're only welcoming 1 guest today?
Apparently. Where? What? Is he on a ship? Oh. He's so tiny. He got blocked out by the by the boxes. Anyway, but yeah, I decided to binge watch the entirety of Black Lagoon Season 1 yesterday. It was great. Loved it. Loved it. Anyway, hey Kazuha, why are you staring at the water?
Greetings, traveler in Paimon. I heard there would be guides for the Irodori Festival, but I didn't expect it would be you two.
We didn't expect to see you either. Returning as a guest for the Irodori Festival, no doubt.
I was a little
Oh yeah, because I forgot he's still with the Krups. I forgot that.
But after wandering the outside world for so long, it's good to have an opportunity to return to my homeland and pay respects to my old friends.
Kazuha, when we saw you in the distance just now, you seemed to be looking for something.
He dropped something in the water. I don't know.
Ah, yes. You see, when I came off the boat with everyone just now, I suddenly heard light footsteps around me.
Where's the paper?
I could tell they were not
Where's the little
footsteps
detail?
of a regular passenger. But by the time I turned around, the person had already disappeared. I only heard a splash come from below the pier.
Are they a
Even though I didn't
mermaid?
manage
What?
to catch a glimpse of
Kokomi's the
them,
one that set this all up.
a strange piece of paper by my feet.
Show.
Oh, does the paper happen to have a poem written on it?
Yeah, would you like to show it to us?
How did you know?
Yeah. Fill him in.
Fascinating. It's
I
almost
thought
hard
it
to
would show
believe
us the
such
thing,
things
but
could happen.
it's fine. Oh, yeah. Kazuha, can you show us that piece of paper?
Sure. Here it is. Please, have a look.
Oh, there we go. The 5 castes in splendor, Akihito. Long have I been famed, and since my youth I had great ambition. I stamped every new verse with a scarlet seal, and thus was I known to all. But last year when we presented our verses, mine was found to be taken from the poet's past. For the theft and deception I was banished into the wilderness. The 5 radiant lights shall never be again. Ah, how the tides do shift. Okay, but if it's obvious that somebody tore it out, like, why would they banish you for a problem that you obviously didn't... Whatever. It's fine.
Last time, Aoi no Okina's poem ended with a reference to Akihito.
Yeah.
And sure enough, this is a story about him. Story this time basically says that Akihito got his name from his love of red seals. However, the shogun discovered that he had committed plagiarism, and he was soon exiled. Well, if I
Who did he
know what
plagiarize
it is
off of?
Story, it sounds pretty unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, the other stories weren't much better either. Yeah, all of them were kind of sad.
I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with this story. I too was once wanted as a criminal by the shogunate. So I'm not all that different from Akihito mentioned in this story.
But according to the story, Akihito was exiled by the shogun because of his wrongdoing.
Yeah, you just watched your friend die.
Traveler, what are you thinking about?
The seal mentioned in the story maybe can help Xingqiu.
Ah, by the way.
Oh, like a stamp instead of him
that your
signing?
friend has been struggling because he's unable to sign his name quickly, right? In Liyue and Inazuma, there is a saying, that which has been stamped has
See,
also
I was
been
joking
signed.
about this before, but now it's like
Perhaps
low-key.
using a seal could be a feasible solution.
Oh,
While sailing at sea,
Sorry.
I sometimes carve things to pass the time. If you wish to create a stamp for his seal, I might be able to help.
sorry, I was joking about it last time, but like, yeah. I was joking about it last time when I said, like, oh, they could just use a stamp instead of a seal, but would you look, I mean, instead of a signing, but would you look at it now? Also, mic check, because apparently my audio cut out. That was weird. Oh, you're joking. Anyway. I'm the best predictor to ever exist.
That's an idea. Quick, let's go tell Albedo.
Yeah. Xingqiu's gonna be like sleep deprived, locked up in a room, like out here struggling to sign his name. And Kazuo just waltzes in and is like, yeah, you can just use a little, what's it called? Stamp. But did, like, Akihito actually plagiarize? Because they said that, what's it called? Like, his poem was stolen or something. I'm trying. Ooh, hello? What? Just a white triangle. There we go. I mean rectangle. I know my shapes. What's it called? I don't know. I guess it's a little weird then. I don't know. Maybe I just. I don't think I'm following along the story that well, but in a moment, and like I'll look back over it when I have the time, and then I'll like properly understand. Also, I'm waiting for the textures to load. There we go. That's a little weird. Anyway, hello, Albedo.
Albedo, we figured out a way to help Xingqiu.
Yep. Yeah. Seals. Yeah.
Interesting.
Stamps.
A story of the 5 Kasen appears again, and with a timely solution. A stamped seal, huh? Let me think. Indeed, it is an efficient solution. If we use a stamp, then Xingqiu won't have to struggle with his handwriting anymore. However, since Xingqiu's signature has been previously revealed to the readers, it would seem insincere if he only used the stamped seal for his new books. But I have another idea. Using a seal is a part of it, of course.
So you just use a seal with
Let's
his
go to Uya
previous
restaurant
signature
now
on
and
it?
discuss
Is
my
that
idea with everyone?
what I'm getting? Am I reading that correctly? I don't know. Also, depending on like how long this takes, I might do the Irodori anecdote tomorrow instead of today. So just, beware of that. Because I don't want to like accidentally I don't want to like go deep into the night doing this. Because I won't be able to give it all my energy if I stay up that late. So we're gonna be doing this fine. And I already spent all my resin and did my comms, so that's not a worry. Go, Sara, go, Sara, go! Ooh, you restaurant. That was laggy. Anyway, Black Lagoon. I think it's great. Did it get a little uncomfortably horny towards the end of the season? Yes. But I'm gonna watch season 2 when I get the time. And then I'm gonna watch the little short or whatever. But yeah, Revi, my beloved. Balalaika, my beloved. Roberta, my beloved. Xingqiu, where are you? Oh, they're upstairs, aren't they? Hey, oh my god. They're all surrounding him, poor guy. Like, please let me live.
That's it, Jinyu. Your writing has greatly improved today, which means yesterday's intensive training was effective.
My apologies, but I simply can't do it anymore. My hands are so sore that I can't even move them anymore. Oh, I should have known better than to read novels during calligraphy class.
You just had a 10-minute break. Come on,
A
you can do this.
10-minute break?
When it comes to pushing a deadline, there's no one more brutal than Mr. Hirayama.
I can see that now.
Lady I would always send the editorial director to handle troublesome authors.
Whoa, this is getting scary. It hasn't even been that long, and Shicho's already zombified.
Mr. Hirayama, we found a solution that might just solve our dilemma. In both Liyue and Inazuma, seals are widely used as the equivalents of a signature. If we use a stamp to leave the author's seal on the books, then we could make the signature process a lot easier. Of course, a seal on its own is not enough. So, I propose that each signature consists of 2 parts. First, we'll use a personalized seal. We can simply carve one using Chenyu's signature as the design. In addition, I'll also design a simple but elegant pattern that's easy for Chenyu to write. That way, he will only need to draw a simple pattern on each book.
Let me think.
Like all the intensive training he's been through for the last, past 24 hours, just like out the window a little bit.
But the result should be very beautiful as well.
So, what you mean to say is, I've been saved from this predicament?
Mr. Hirayama, it suddenly occurred to me that the reason we gave up on live book signings previously was because it would take too long for the author to sign each book. But if we adopted Calx's proposed method, we might have enough time to do signatures at the live event. And if all the authors signed their books in the same fashion, then Genyu's signature wouldn't look out of place.
Love it.
If you think it's feasible, I would certainly be happy to design signatures for the other authors as well.
Yes, and you may leave carving the stamps to me.
In that case, I shall
I didn't know
contact the other 2
Kazuha carved
authors
stuff.
participating in
I
the
thought he
new
was just a
release
poet. He just wrote haikus. Anyway, shortly after the 2 other authors
It is a
arrive.
great honor to use a signature designed by Calx.
Oh yeah, she helped us write in Miko's little
My
story
pen
quest.
name is quite complicated and isn't suitable for signing events. However, if we implement this new format, then it'll be a dream come true for me as well.
Great! Looks like everyone's on board with the idea.
I'm sorry to have kept you busy for so long, Jinyu. Please, take the next few days to have a good rest. We'll handle everything from here. The books that Jinyu already signed can be used as special prizes in future events held by the Eye Publishing.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, what happened to the other ones that he already
We
signed?
did it. The event is saved.
Thanks to everyone's efforts, Onodera and I are finally free of that mess.
That's right! You're finally free, Xingqiu! Maybe you should step outside for some
Make it
fresh
sound like
air.
he was imprisoned. See, I can't wait to see what, like, man Sarah's gonna be tired of today. Because at first it was Venti, and then it was Venti again, I guess. Or, well, technically it was Onodera. I just can't wait for the next man she's gonna be sick of. Oh, poor Sarah. I love her. I love her so much. I think she should have a break. And some peace and happiness in her life. That's what I think Sarah deserves. Because she's been through it, man. Okay. Sarah standing outside like, what are you all doing? Wow. Hello?
We still have some time to burn. Where should we go next?
I wish I could see. Cause I
Traveler, there you are.
Oh, I hear Ayaka. There we go. That was so. What the hell was that?
Oh, it's Ayaka!
Okay.
And Venti! That's an interesting combo.
Hold on. Jesus, that was a mess. I don't know why it like blacked out. This has only happened once before, by the way, and it also happened at the very beginning of Ayaka's story quest. So I think Ayaka's the problem. I'm joking. Anyway, mic check because that was a mess. Wow. Okay. Good lord. Okay. Waiting for that. There we go.
I was just going to the festival.
Finally, Ayaka appearance. Like, literally, like, hello?
I found a strange piece of paper on a flower stand.
Oh.
This bar just happened to be close by at the time. He informed me that you've also
found
was she
the
papers recently.
Because it was what was it? It was
together to find you two.
What was the color scheme? It was green, blue, red, white, and black, I think. So I'm guessing Ayaka's gonna be the what's her name? Sumizome? Is that her name? I forgot.
But the paper she found isn't quite the same as the ones we found before.
Oh, never mind.
Here's the paper. Please have a look.
Whoa. Oh. Sumizome, I submerged the verses into clear water and the truth did emerge. Oh, so you have to put it in the water.
The poems we found before were roughly the same length, but this one is only 2 lines.
Dunk it in the water.
And even though there are only 2 short sentences, neither of them are next to the title or centered on the page.
Dunk it. Dunk it. Dunk it.
The position of the writing
Dunk
seems
it.
to indicate that there
Dunk
is
it in the
other
water.
content written on this
Put it
paper
under some like
besides these 2 lines.
what is like the infrared ultraviolet light, whatever it's called.
Dip this paper in water and see the truth naturally appear. Speaking of which, I have an ancient text at home, specializing in ancient and exotic stories. It mentions a special ink that will show itself when wet and disappear when it's dry.
Also, I need you guys to understand that there's like a very strange like thing going on in my brain right now. Because the voice actress for Xingqiu and Bennett is Christina V. And for a couple episodes of when I had to when I was watching High Rise Invasion, Christina V also voiced in it, but she voiced Kusakabe. So it's very trippy, because when I was watching High Rise Invasion, I was like, oh wait, that's Bennett and Xingqiu. And now when I'm listening to Xingqiu, I'm like, oh wait, that's Kusakabe. Anyway.
So, shall we give it a whirl? It just so happens that there's a pond nearby.
Dunk it! We just like shove it in the water. Which pond? Oh. This is a really pretty area, by the way. This little bridge and whatnot. I think it's really pretty. I remember this is where we did the, you know, like the rhythm event? This is where we did it for A, I remember. That shit took me like 50 tries to get perfect on the highest level. I remember I was on a call with a friend. They could hear me, like, not even raging. I was like, ah, every time. Carefully dip the paper into the water. Yes. Dip it like Achilles.
It's really working! More words have appeared on the paper! We'll Paimon see what it says.
The 5 casts in splendor, Sumizome. Going over his poetry, I found that the plagiarized piece did not have a scarlet seal. I submerged the verses into clear water, and the truth did emerge. The true verses were not washed away, but the text of that despicable crime faded. Aoi no Okina passed me by, just as he was writing a verse for Akihito. One storm had yet to settle, and it was already time to write new poems.
Story says that after Sumizome got the collection of poems from Akihito and put them into a stream of water, the plagiarized words in the poem became blurry. Huh? Why would that happen?
To show that it was plagiarized? I don't know.
In the past, when printing was not yet well developed, handwritten text could easily become smudged in books when exposed to moisture.
Oh,
to
well,
ensure the
that makes
text
sense.
lasted longer, they'd either write using a special ink or coat the paper's surface with a waterproof coating once the writing was finished. Such special inks are time-consuming and laborious to produce, and the waterproof coating could also prove just as difficult. However, since Akihito's poetry collection was an important gift to be presented to the Shogun, surely one of those 2 methods was used to protect it. But as for the plagiarized poems, not only would they lack Akihito's seal, but the words would also react differently when exposed to liquid.
So this poem wasn't written by Akihito, it was added later by someone else. Okay, wait, so the one that, like, he was accused of, like, being plagiarized or whatever the fuck, because that's what kicked him out or whatever. Right? That was added on by another person, so someone framed Akihito, question mark? Is that what I'm getting at this? I feel like I'm not understanding this, but it's okay.
Which means Akihito didn't plagiarize his work.
Okay, great. I am understanding.
Yes, it appears that this is the truth that Sumizome's story is trying to convey. Although the story is saddening, I've decided on the subjects to use for Akihito and Sumizome's portraits.
How convenient that they're right here.
Ayaka, would you be willing to be the models for my paintings?
I would be delighted.
Yes, as would I.
There you go. The next 2 portraits should be ready in no time.
Yes. And now
My
that
brain...
all 4 stories have all been collected, the story of the 5 Kasen is now fully completed.
What are you gonna do for the 5th port? Okay. I don't remember, who was the last person? I forgot who the last person was.
Long ago, Inazuma had 5 legendary
Miko!
poets.
Oh!
People bestowed upon them the title of the 5
Miko, my beloved.
Kasen.
Miko, my beloved.
One year, the poet Suiko made his way to Tenshukaku and presented the Kasen's work for the shogun's perusal. But a page from the works of Aoi no Okina had been torn out, and Suiko was questioned regarding the matter. Suiko pleaded guilty. He admitted to drinking at the tavern the night before, and vaguely recalled a mysterious figure approaching while he was intoxicated.
That figure was none other than Aoi no Okina himself. This turn of events had begun with an unnamed individual, under whose coercion, Aoi no Okina was forced to take drastic measures to retrieve a page of poetry.
Ah,
he knew nothing of this individual's true intentions. All he knew
so they
was
wanted
that
to
the poem
frame
had to do with an old
Akihito.
acquaintance, Akihito.
Akihito had once belonged to the 5 Kasen. Each poem he composed, he marked with a scarlet red seal.
They all look so cute. They like
the
their
Aka
cheeks are
in
just
his name.
huge.
Such a distinguished writer was he, and yet one of the poems he had submitted the previous year was found to be plagiarized. Akihito was exiled for his crimes.
Okay, can you really plagiarize your own poem though?
Remained.
Like that's kind of embarrassing. That
Sumizome went over Akihito's poems and noticed that the plagiarized poem lacked his seal.
she looks so pretty. Oh my
immersed
god.
his poetry in a stream
Ayaka.
nearby.
Heart
And
emoji.
only on the plagiarized poem did the ink run. Aoi no Okina passed by and witnessed Sumizome's doing, which he then recorded in a poem. Thus transpired the events of Suiko's poetry submission, and this is where the story comes to an end.
What about the 5th one? The 5th poet's just like, damn. I just watched my friends just, like surely someone knows about, what was the 5th person called? I don't remember what the 5th person was called. I really don't. Suiko, Aoi no Okina, Akihito, Sumizome, whoever the 5th person was. Can't remember. Literally can't remember for the life of me. So after, Albedo completes the 2 portraits. They're so pretty. Ah! Ayaka, my beloved. That should be a wallpaper. Like a foam wallpaper. God, that's gorgeous. Paimon, what's wrong?
Yeah. Ever since we completed the story of the 5 Kasen, there's still
What the
one
fuck was the
thing
5th
Paimon hasn't
doing?
been able to
Like,
figure out.
did he just watch this all happen?
One of the 5
Was he the
Kasen
one?
is called
Kuronoshi.
Kuronoshi, right?
Kuronoshi, my bad. Did he frame,
It's just that how
Akihito?
could the story of the 5 Kasen finish without him appearing at all?
I have no idea, Paimon.
Have you really not noticed?
Huh? Not noticed what? This is no time to be playing games, Tone Deaf Bard!
What he means is that the story of Kuronushi was already embedded within the 4 poems.
Huh?
He was the mysterious figure that
That's
set up
The key
Akihito.
lies in the poem that Aoi no Okina wrote after seeing Sumizome rinsing the poetry collection. An average person could never understand the scene of a young girl washing Akihito's poetry collection in a stream. Even Aoi no Okina couldn't figure out the meaning behind Sumizome's actions. He was simply reminiscing and thinking about his old acquaintances. However, for the perpetrator who framed Akihito, it was completely obvious. He was worried that if this poem was seen by the Shogun, then the Shogun could discover the truth behind
So then was the 5th one the one that was recording all this happening? Question mark?
He'd be finished. So in desperation, He threatened Aoi no Okina to make him tear
Never
out
mind.
this poem.
Which means
Oh!
the one who threatened Aoi no Okina.
Okay, no. Got it. Okay.
Akahito.
The culprit is none other than Kuranushi.
What? Kuranushi?
Yes.
That's right. Though there are only 4 poems, they still managed to tell the complete story of all 5 kasen.
But what
Since
would
the
motivate
shogun
Kuranushi
mentioned in
to
the poems is certainly not the
fuck
one of the
with
5 kasen.
Akihito?
The only character left is the mysterious one with an unknown identity.
A just took up poem writing as a hobby.
However, this also brings something else to mind. The story of the 5 kasen has more or less reflected everything that's been happening around us lately.
So it would have to be a
Which begs
person.
the question: is there a Kuronushi in our world as well?
A Kuranushi? In our world?
Like everyone else is just like, what the fuck are they all
Speaking
gathering
of
around
which,
and
I wonder if our dear Kazuha has come up with anything.
like talking?
Oh, right! Kazuha! He's been pretty quiet this whole time. Let's ask him.
Ayaka's just standing there just like, hello everybody. She's just like, no thoughts, head empty. Sumizomi. This is so pretty. Oh my god! Wait, let me look at the art. 'Cause I need to look at the this thing. Hold on. What do you mean? I have to wait until it's fully completed. Ugh, fine. Hello, Kazuha. What are your thoughts, buddy? You seem very deep in thought.
Kazuha, are you okay? You've been standing in front of this blank canvas for a while, and you don't look so good.
Apologies for making a wild assumption, but has
It
the
reminded
story
him
of
of
the 5
Tomo.
kasen reminded you of anything?
Tomo is not the actual name of the dude, but
Yes.
it's just what the fandom named him.
A few things did come to mind, actually. However, they were nothing more than some past incidents regarding my family. I don't mind sharing the stories, but I'd prefer not to bring you any more trouble.
Just tell us. We're already in a storytelling mood.
We're all friends here, Kazuha. You can always tell us whatever's on your mind.
Exactly.
Kaidehara, please forgive my assumption, but perhaps you were thinking of the Raiden Gokuden?
The Raiden what? Gokuden? Yeah, what's that?
It appears that Miss Kamisato and I were thinking of the same thing.
Raiden
But it
Gokuden?
also has much to do with the Yashiro Commission. It would be improper to speak of it
Is it a
here without the
Shumatsuban thing?
consent
I
of
don't
Miss
what? I don't get
Kamisato.
it. What do you mean?
It's fine. Those of us here are all trustworthy, so there isn't any harm in it.
It's like a
However,
state secret and she's
this
telling
matter
like
is
3
somewhat
people from
complicated
like
and
different
may be
countries.
difficult to explain. Let me start with the Raiden Gokuden.
What does Gokuden mean?
As you all know, the Yashiro Commission's primary purpose is managing ceremonial and cultural affairs.
Okay.
And Inazuma's art of forging swords is a very important part of our culture. The Raiden Gokuden were once the top 5 schools of the forging art in Inazuma. Although these families were swordsmiths by craft, they also held many important positions
Miko
in
and the
Yashiro
banner,
Commission.
sorry.
Unfortunately, of the 5, only the
Oh,
Aminama art still maintains
okay,
its
okay.
artisan lineage. The descendants of the Ishin art are also still alive, but the craft has been lost to time.
The Muso Ishin is Makoto's sword, right? What the fuck made that? I don't know. Like, I guess whoever was in charge of the Ishin art, but like, what family was it?
The
Anyway.
descendants of the Ishin art are none other than the Kaidehara
Oh!
family.
Whoa! We knew Kazuha came
Yeah,
from a noble family,
I knew he was
but we had no
like part of a
idea
samurai
about
family,
his
but not.
connection to the Yashiro Commission and sword making.
Yes,
shit.
but that's all part of the past now. The Ishin art was lost with my great-grandfather's generation. My
No.
grandfather was dissatisfied with my great-grandfather's lack of effort. When he was young, my grandfather traveled all over Tevat to find a way to revive the family business.
Is there something
But it
like
was to
what?
no
What
avail.
are the different like the visual
And in my
differences between swords?
generation, our last remaining family property was lost as well.
I
Ah.
heard my elder brother mention that the decline of the Raiden Gokuden happened very rapidly. In the span of a few decades, 3 of
Why?
the families suffered various misfortunes and disappeared completely.
Was one of the families like one of the people that was related to the motherfucker who made the the Thundering Pulse and the Mist Splitter, right? Because I know... Oh, God. Or was it... No. Chiyo had a son, I believe, that worked at Tadarasuna. Something like that. Right? And he made... Or one of his descendants or something made the... What do you call it? What do you call it? It's one of it's the Great Sword. Oh my god. Hold on. Let me Google it. Inazuma craftable weapons. Sorry. I just need to know this now because I'm like now very curious. Because I'm pretty sure, because I saw someone recap the lore. Inazuma craftable weapon. Nope, craftable. Craftable weapons. Thank you. The Katsuragi Kiri Nagamasa. That's the one I'm thinking of, I think. Unless it was the Amenome Kageuchi, and then that's the, like, Chiyo's sort of lineage was the one that's still surviving. But I might be wrong. I'm pretty sure it's the Katsuragi Kiri Nagamasa. So, I hope I'm not wrong when I'm saying that. Anyway!
Later, there was speculation that all of these misfortunes stemmed from some background machinations, meaning that someone wanted to wipe out the Raiden Gokuden.
But why? Why would you want to...
Since not every family of the Raiden Gokuden came to ruin, such explanations were treated as nothing.
Maybe it was the
more than a
Amenoma family. They just want to
Indeed.
fuck with the other families.
I've
I don't
also
know.
believed such ideas were just theories and rumors. However, I know that a major incident happened to my great-grandfather when he was young.
Oh.
Not only did it affect the Kaedahara clan, but it nearly jeopardized the Kamisato clan's position in the Yashiro Commission as well. After reading the story of the 5 Kasen, I can't help but feel like it's pointing me toward the truth behind that incident.
What exactly happened to your great-grandfather, Kazuha?
Did he get, like, shanked?
I still
like,
can't
murdered?
say. I need to speak with someone to verify the details. Let's meet here again at noon tomorrow. I will tell you everything I know then.
I think we're still glossing over the fact that... Oh shit, that was fast. Okay, great. Okay, now I can look at the art. Yeah? Yeah! Look at that! That is so pretty. Oh shit. What is your thing? Oh... that's a lot to do. Anyway, but this is so pretty. Look at this. Oh my god. That is gorgeous. I really want Ayaka's thing as a wallpaper. I might... I'm kind of tempted to make it a wallpaper, but right now I have this, like, fan art of, A and Makoto, specifically Makoto's death. And it looks really pretty. Like, so I don't know if I want to change it yet. And the other, like, wallpaper is just of A and Miko, so I don't know if I want to change that yet either. Anyway,